everybody. Today I have for you a Sig pistol that does not suck, talking of course about the venerable P226. If you've watched the channel before, you've seen this one in a different configuration. It was a DAK setup. I converted it to DASA, you can tell because of the hammer and the decocker. And I also added the SRT, the short reset trigger. And then I bought this optics ready slide with the optic on it. This is the Sig Romeo X red dot. It's an open emitter. The slide and the optic cost almost as much as the pistol did, even buying it used. But there aren't a lot of milling options for the P226. The challenge is that there are a lot of different iterations of the P226 slide. Many of them don't have enough metal to mill the pocket for the optic because of lightning cuts on the bottom of the slide. So not that many shops are willing to do it. So I just bought this factory-made Sig slide. It works great. I have had 0 failures. I just dropped in my original barrel and recoil spring assembly. The optic's very nice. It has a circle dot reticle, a little bit of tint, but it gets very bright and it's a nice setup. The X-ray sights are very nice. I don't really like the sights on my original slide. I can shoot it just fine, but I don't like the sight picture. Let me show you the trigger real quick on this SRT. Let's go ahead and start in double action. It's a very nice trigger, the SRT. It's nice and smooth and double action, not extremely heavy. Resets right there, and you're right back on the wall. Nice crisp break. So as a metal-framed, hammer-fired, optics-ready pistol, there aren't a whole lot of options. This is certainly a nice one, but I do have a couple of competitive options to show you. One, the Beretta 92X RDO, same thing as the M9A4 except for the color, basically threaded barrel, night sights, and you get the G-type decocker only, which is installed on this one. I love this guy. It's got a very pleasant recoil impulse that's mostly due to the non-tilting barrel. The optics mounting is a little janky, honestly. That's kind of what you get with this 1980s era pistol that was not designed for optics at all. But it does work very well. It is solid and secure. I just fully embraced the janky look with this Siley bull. It's great to shoot, actually. The trigger is fantastic in this RDO M9A4 series in both DA and SA. You don't need to do anything to it at all. It's better than the Sig. Let me show you that. Here's the double action. Very smooth. Reset. Nice and short. And a crisp break. It's a competition-worthy trigger right out of the box. The Vertec grip is a game changer for small-handed folks like me. Yes, I can use the 92FS style grip, but it's just kind of big for what it is. I do think the 92FS grip looks a little better than this though, but it's just a bit large. Next, for competitive options, I have the CZ P09 Nocturne. Now, I don't have the Nocturne series. This is a P07 standing in that I had milled for an optic. It's not quite the same type of gun because it's slightly in a different class. It's got a polymer frame, and it's a smaller overall size than the 226 or the 92. This is basically a Glock 19 size, which does make it easier to carry. It's also lighter by 5 to 6 ounces. Now, I do have to say, the factory trigger in this guy is the worst I've ever felt in a modern production pistol. So I did a basically mandatory Cajun upgrade with parts from Cajun Gunworks. So all the springs, the hammer, a lot of internal parts I've replaced. And let me show you that trigger. Double action. Pretty smooth. It's much better than it was. The reset's not fantastic because there's the reset, and you've got this take up to get back to the wall. And a pretty crisp break. There's that take up. You can't get rid of all of that take up in a CZ pistol because it'll affect how your safety mechanisms work. The trigger here, even though it's upgraded, it's still not as good as the Sig SRT or the Beretta. The grip, the thing about the grip is I just don't love it. It's there's nothing quite wrong with it. I just don't like it as much as the metal-framed CZ75 series guns. So it's a little hard for me to fall in love with this pistol. But again, here is the 226. And if you're looking for something that's a classic, but you want it updated for more modern times, this one has your light rail. You can put an optic on it. This is the Sig Pro Cut, which is pretty close to the same as the Delta Point Pro Cut. And it works great. You would not feel lacking at all if you had to carry this pistol, leaving aside the controversy of the newer Sig pistols. Never go wrong with a 226. That's all I have for today. Thanks for watching.